Okay, now few areas we have discussed. Which are the few areas we discussed? Temple architecture we discussed, stupa architecture we discussed, Jyotirlingas we discussed. Okay, and then again lastly we discussed about this particular sculptural art schools we discussed. And now we are coming into philosophies. The philosophies questions were also asked. In 2013, one question was asked. The Sankhya philosophy, Nyaya philosophy. So different were asked. The Sankhya does not accept the theory of rebirth and transmigration according to this belief system. Sankhya holds that is the self-knowledge that leads to liberation and not an exterior influence or agent. And this is correct actually, because Sankhya believe in knowledge for salvation, but it accepts the theory of rebirth. That is the difference. It accepts the theory of, and most of Hindu philosophical schools, they accept theory of rebirth. So one more question was also asked. So this one again, 2013 one philosophy question asked. This is again all the philosophies questions were asked. Mimamsa, Vedanta, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Sankhya and Yoga. Which of the following is not part of the sixth system of philosophy? And that is Lokayata and Kapalika are not part of it. Because Lokayata is a part of Shramana movement again. Look at that one. One answer option we discussed about Shramanas. Okay. The Shramana movement, that is around 600 BCE. Ajivikas, Buddhism, Jainism, and Kapalikas as related to Shaivism. We'll discuss that one. We'll come to that one. We'll discuss what is Charavakas, what is Lokayata, what is Kapalika. We'll come to that one. But look at that one. Very simple. One theme getting repeated. We'll discuss Mimamsa, Vedanta, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Sankhya, and Yoga also. We'll discuss all the philosophies. Okay. And then you look at what is Charavakas. First we'll see. Also called as Lokayata. That is a answer option which was there. What is Charavakas means? What is Lokayata means? It means the worldly ones. They are not concerned about other worlds. They are concerned about this world. Enjoy the material life which is existed. Okay, so complete materialism. Enjoy the luxury. But Buddhism, Jainism talk about Buddhism talk about neither too luxurious nor too austere. But Jainism talks about complete austerity. But Charavakas or Lokayatas, they believe different. That is believed in materialism. Enjoy the lives of the world or enjoy the luxuries of the world. That is Charavakas. Okay, no belief in karma, no moksha, no atma, no scriptures. Don't worry about all those kind of things. Just enjoy your present life. Okay, but they believed in fire, air, water, and earth. They believe that when life is created by these elements. Fair enough. Okay, and also atheist school, Gnostic school. Okay, did not believe in God. And so according to certain sources, the founder was Brihaspati, but it is slightly disputed. Okay, so slightly disputed. We don't have proper evidences. And who is the actual founder of Charavaka philosophy. This is also one of the philosophy. It is also called as heterodox philosophy. Heterodox, that we can talk about. Heterodox is Buddhism, Jainism, Ajivikas we discussed about. This Charavaka is also part of that, and all of them are together called as Shramana. All of them are together called as Shramana. Also heterodox. Heterodox is against orthodox. Orthodox means that's Nyaya, Sankhya. Okay, that is so. Those philosophies are there. Okay, we'll discuss those things too. Okay, now, what is Kapalikas? Again, it was an answer option. It's a tantric Shaivism sect. Belief in magic. Origin around 7th and 8th century AD. Literal meaning is skullmen, because these people wore garland of skulls, and they use skulls, the human skulls, body skulls, skeleton. For begging also, for having food also, to drink water also. They worship Shiva in one form, and which form they worship Shiva in? In Bhairava form. It's a very fierce form of Shiva. Very fierce, because Shiva worship in Linga form also, that is Jyotirlingas we discuss. Shiva worship in Bhairava form, and that is believed by Kapalikas. And they smeared their body with the ashes from the cremation grounds. Okay, cremation grounds. And at the same time, the consumption of meat and wine they believed in. And they also believed in human sacrifices also. Human sacrifices too. Okay, so it is an extinct sect. It is not there. And again, you can go through other sects of, we can say, Shaivism. We discuss about Lingayatism. We discuss about Lingayatism. Okay, and then you can also go and talk about Kalamukas, another sect of Shaivism. Okay, then again Pashupata. These are all Shaivism sects. We discussed about Kapalikas over here. So Lingayatism also we discuss. Now Kalamuka as well as Pashupata. You can just go through them. Pashupata, Kalamuka. Okay. Now two kinds of philosophies, heterodox as well as orthodox. So orthodox related to Vedas and Upanishads, And heterodox are 6 schools within the orthodox. Then heterodox, Buddhism, Jainism, Ajivikas and Charavakas. So 2 kinds of Indian philosophies we can talk about. One is orthodox, that is related to Vedas, and that is within that 6 school, that is Mimamsa, then again Nyaya, Sankhya, those things. What are the 6 philosophy? Their origin. It is a reinterpretation of Vedas and Upanishads. And just a commentary on, we can talk about Vedas and Upanishads, these 6 schools of philosophy represents as a reaction against heterodox philosophy. See, here like this, Vedic system was there and reaction against Vedic system was in heterodox principles, that is Buddhism, Jainism, Ajivikas, and there was one more reaction against him, and these reactions are the origin of the 6 schools of philosophy. Alternative to Vedic system come from heterodox. Again, alternative to heterodox comes from these 6 school of philosophies. All together are called as Shad Darshana or Hindu Darshan, also called as Sanatan Darshan. 6 schools of, we'll discuss one by one. This is simple meaning of what is Nyaya school represents, who are the founder of these particular schools, we can discuss too. Okay, and all of them are written in short sutras or formulas. Short sutras and short formulas of the 6 schools of philosophy, we can say. Okay, so what is first is Sankhya or Sankhya, it literally means count, that is oldest school of all the 6 schools of philosophies and formed by Kapila. It goes back to 8th and 7th century BC. 8th and 7th century BC, and there is no literary evidence of these schools, but about these schools they are mentioned in different literature. About this particular school they are mentioned in different literature, but only references to these ideologies in other sources too. That's why I told you there is no exact literary evidence. Like Buddhist literature we have evidence, other philosophies we have evidences, but this particular school we don't have any particular literature belong to this particular school, but the references of these schools can be seen in other literature too. And what is the philosophy of this school? The world is created by nature, not by God. Initially they did not believe in the God concept, and also believed in dualistic nature of the world, that is Prakriti, that is nature is different, and Purush, that is the soul, body, mind, they are different, dualistic in nature. Okay, the Prakriti, that is the creative agency, created the nature, created the world, and the self, soul and mind, and that is different and particularly dualistic in nature. And they believed in knowledge for salvation. To achieve moksha you require the knowledge. And they accepted the theory of rebirth and transmigration because the most of Indian philosophical school, Hindu philosophical school, they believed in rebirth and transmigration. Okay, transmigration again believed in, referred in Chandogya Upanishad. We discussed about that one. Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. Chandogya Upanishad, Jabla Upanishad, they talks about ashramas. Transmigration, that is there in Brihadaranyaka Upanishad. We discussed in last classes in Vedic literature. Upanishad question was also asked. And later what happened, the revision of the school happened and they started adding spiritualistic connotations to this particular school, and they started believing in the concept of God element, that God created the world like this. Okay, initially they did not believe in this concept, but later they started believing. And who is the founder of this school? That is Kapila. Founder of this school was Kapila. Then a yoga school, very simple, Patanjali, Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, that is the literary textbook which mention about the yoga school. Okay, and then again, what yoga school believes in? You can achieve salvation through meditation, through physical application, cognitive control, cognitive application through various asanas. We can talk about pranayama, control of breath, controlling of mind, body, senses, the temptations. So that is Yoga Sutras. That is where we can see that Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. This is one school, Nyaya and Yoga. And then again, Sankhya and Yoga. Now we are coming into Nyaya school, Akshapada Gautama, and that was Kapila, Patanjali, Gautama. They can ask for the following. It's school of logical and analysis and critical thinking. Okay, and it is also believed in salvation through knowledge, the same as Sankhya school. And they say universe is created by God. Okay, that is philosophy is all about that one. That is the relationship between universe, God and the soul. So that's what this philosophy talks about. Okay, so creation of universe through God. Very simple, Nyaya. Then Vaisheshika, that is Kannada. Doctrine of atomism, start believing in some kind of elements and atoms. The material object, the dravya are made up of atoms. Whatever the elements you can take, that elements are made up of certain small atoms. And that is the beginning of physics, we can say, in Indian philosophical system. That is the earth, water, fire, air and ether, that is sky. When combined, give rise to new objects. And that is, these are made up of different atoms. These are made up of different atoms. That atoms are different from soul. Soul is different. Again, atoms are different. And that is the reason, again, pluralistic realism. That dualistic approach also, this one, pretty much like Sankhya. Prakrit and Purusha are different. Here atoms and soul are different. Okay, the pluralistic realism, and it is the beginning of physics because it talks about atoms, elements. Elements sometimes it can be overlapping with chemistry also, but majorly it is related to physics also. Then Kannada is the father of atomic theory in Indian system, and later emphasis on God and salvation. This particular thing. Initially it was talking about doctrine of atomism, and later they started believing in the concepts of God and salvation also. Okay, Vaisheshika school, and believed in karma theory. Of course, most of the Hindu philosophies believes in karma theory. Buddhism also believes in karma. Hinduism also believes in karma theory too. Okay. Then Mimamsa or Purva Mimamsa, it is called as Jamini, also called Jamini Sutras of Jamini. Okay, so that is the literary school. They called as Jamini Sutras. Jamini Sutras. Okay. Mimamsa literally means reasoning and interpretation, and this reasoning and interpretation was utilized to defend, to justify Vedic rituals and Vedic sacrifices. Okay, the reasoning and interpretation was used to justify Vedic rituals and sacrifices. It means they believe, this school believes in Vedic rituals and sacrifices. And Vedas contain eternal truth according to this particular school, and you can achieve salvation through sacrifices. Okay, certain schools believes in salvation through knowledge, and this school believes in salvation through sacrifices. That is Mimamsa or Uttara Mimamsa, or sorry, Purva Mimamsa. Uttara Mimamsa is different. I will come to that one. This is Purva Mimamsa. And by conducting the sacrifices with the help of the priestly classes, you can achieve Yavan. You can reach the Yavan state. And it also believes in karma. Again, most of the schools believes in karma theory too. Most of the schools believes in karma theory. Then again, Vedanta school. That means the end of the Vedas, the Uttara Mimamsa. It's also called as it is the famous text which mentions about this particular Vedanta school, Vedanta philosophy is Brahma Sutra text of Badarayana. And it can also goes back to Upanishad also. Okay, in Upanishads also, this representation of Vedanta philosophy is there, and this Brahma Sutra text goes back to 200 BC. Okay, and now this system believes that one everything is Maya. Brahma is the only reality. What is Brahma? That is one supreme force. Okay, that supreme force can be God also. Everything else is unreal. That is monistic. Brahma is the only reality. Again, the further development happened through Advaita, Dvaita, Vishishtadvaita. We'll discuss that also because that question is also asked. So that again, the commentaries on this Vedanta school started by Shankaracharya, Ramanujacharya, again Madhvacharya. Okay, so Brahma is the only reality. Everything is Maya. So that is monistic. Again, certain school talks are dualistic. Atoms are different. Certain schools say Prakriti and Purusha are different. Nature and soul is different. But here they talk about everything is one only. Self or soul, it coincides with Brahma. That is both are same. So Brahma and soul are same itself. Same thing. Advaita philosophy talked by Shankaracharya. Okay. So if person acquires the knowledge of the self, that is Atma, you acquire the knowledge of Brahma because both are same. And then you attain the salvation. So first, because you are not attaining salvation because your mind is ignorant. You are not understanding both are same. So that is Vedanta philosophy. That is again further expounded by Shankaracharya through his Advaita philosophy. And both of them are, because both of them are same, and particularly Brahma is a supreme force, and you cannot destroy that one. When you cannot destroy Brahma, the part of Brahma are the same thing as Brahma is Atma, so you cannot destroy the Atma also. So both are indestructible. Both are indestructible. Okay. And again some more things about Vedanta. It concentrates on the philosophical teachings of Upanishads. It also believes in rebirth. It also believes in theory of karma. So most of the schools believe in theory of karma as well as rebirth also. Okay. And then again we can also talk about the two commentaries on these particular Brahma Sutras of Badarayana were written by Shankaracharya as well as Ramanujacharya. Because Brahma Sutra Badarayana, it is the origin of traces of Vedanta philosophy can be seen. The further development of this philosophy happened when commentaries on this textbook of Badarayana was written by Shankaracharya as well as Ramanujacharya. So we will talk about them also. We will talk about Shankaracharya as well as Ramanujacharya too. So this is about the philosophical theme. The philosophical theme of we can talk about the PYQs which were asked over there. Okay, so now we are coming into some performing arts also. So Kalamkari paintings. This question was asked in 2015. So hand printed cotton textile in South India. A handmade drawing on bamboo handicrafts in Northeast India. A block painted on woolen cloth in Western Himalayan region. And painted decorative silk cloth in Northwestern India. Answer is A, that is South India. Answer is A, that is in South India. Now what we will understand what is kalamkari is. You can look at this image. This is kalamkari. Okay, kalamkari cloth. Again, one more example of kalamkari. Okay, representation of certain epics, we can say. Okay, this probably represents Arjuna and Krishna, Mahabharata. Okay, conversation between Arjuna and Krishna. Okay. Now, what is printed textiles? That is kalamkari. That is hand printed or block printed. Block printed means the process of printing patterns on textiles using wooden blocks. So you take one wooden block, already certain printed designs will be there, and you dip it in certain colors and then print it on the text. I will show this wooden block. I will show that one. It's majorly coming from South India. That is Andhra Pradesh majorly, kalamkari paintings. Kalamkari paintings, and it's a distinctive kalamkari art in India. That is Srikalahasti style also. Okay, also called as Machilipattanam style too. The local style further again. Again, both of them in Andhra Pradesh only, Srikalahasti as well as in Machilipattanam style. So again, local schools of kalamkari is there. Again, one person, freedom fighter who popularized this art after independence, that is Kamaladevi Chattopadhyaya. She popularized this particular art too, and flourished in temples of this particular region. Okay, and themes of religion, like I told you, epics themes are printed, religion themes are printed, certain designs are also printed. Okay, certain designs are also printed. Okay, so now this is wooden block print. So wooden block. So this is also related to kalamkari, because if you look at this previous statement, they can say that one, the process of printing patterns on textiles using engraved wooden blocks. Certain designs are already engraved in these particular wooden blocks, and that is printed. Okay, that is printed. Okay, this is kalamkari.